everyone, my name is Kim, and I'm the Manager of Education and Youth Programs at the Museum of Fine Arts, St. Petersburg. This week, MFA staff are celebrating National Children's Book Week by reading some of our favorite storybooks related to the MFA collection. Today's book is about the powerful message of this figure. Do you know who this is? Let's look closely for a moment. Where in the world do you think this was made? What do you think it's made of? To learn more about this figure, our friend Audrie, who is the Director of Retail Operations at the MFA and runs the museum store, is going to read us the book, The Mouse and the Buddha by Kathryn Price.
Hi, my name is Audrie and I work at the Museum of Fine Arts in the museum store. And today I'm going to be reading The Mouse and the Buddha. The story is by Kathryn Price and the illustrations are by Trayer Price. There once was a mouse who lived with a family high in the mountains of Dharamshala, India. The mouse was called Tsetse. This is Tibetan for mouse. He was a hungry little mouse. One night he sneaked past the sleeping children and entered the temple where the big gold Buddha sat. In front of the Buddha was a feast for a king. There were oranges, chocolates, and butter sculptures that looked like delicate flowers. There were cookies, candies, and beautiful baked pastries in the shape of crescent moons. Tsetse sat and ate the treats and watched the candles and incense burn to nothing but stubs and ash. Oh, the Buddha loved the mouse's company. While the mouse ate, the Buddha spoke softly to the hungry creature and lovingly shared his wisdom. He said, "We all live under the same bright sun. Be kind to others. Be forgiving. Be patient. Have compassion for those less fortunate than you. Do not forget to love one another. This is a good way to live your life." As the Buddha spoke, Tsetse thought about his family and friends and even the strangers he encountered on the street. The very next day, he began to live the life the Buddha spoke of. He planted a garden for a friend. He helped older mice get to the market for their bread and cheese. He visited those who were lonely and sick. Tsetse was kind to everyone he met that day, even a cat. The next night, Tsetse visited the temple again. As he ate, he told the Buddha all he had learned that day. When he was full and sleepy, Tsetse licked the chocolate from his paws, wiped the pastry crumbs from his mouth, and quietly thanked the Buddha. Before Tsetse left the temple, he scratched the Buddha on his big belly to make him laugh. Oh, what a joyous laugh it was. It rang through all of the great mountains and over all the great oceans. Later, as the mouse drifted off to sleep, whiskers twitching, he thought about the things the big gold Buddha had shared with him. Tsetse liked one message the most. "Do not forget to love one another," he whispered into the night, and he fell off to sleep. The end.
Thanks, Audrie. This work is a 14th century bronze sculpture from Thailand. It depicts the seated Buddha. Like the Buddha in the story, this one is seated in Padmasana, or lotus position. Buddha rests one hand on his lap, while the other is on his right knee in the earth-touching gesture. Buddha is calling the earth to witness the fact that he has triumphed good over evil. Let's think about the Buddha's messages in the book. Tsetse the mouse's favorite message was do not forget to love one another. What are some ways you can show love to those around you? Thanks again to Audrie and to you for joining us today. Tune in next time for another favorite storybook related to the MFA.